Hello. Oh, hi. Hi. Welcome. Welcome. I am Jay Ellensworth, and I am calling this Side Quest. Uh, thank you. Thank you. And there's no sounds. Oh, well. Oh,
I
well.
love it.
Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Oh, well. Anyways, welcome to Side Quest. I'm your host, Jay Ellensworth. Yes, I'm making this a podcast format. So, uh, we have things on the docket. If you want to listen to this, that's my intention, but there might be a portion because we're doing trailers again later. Breakdown trailers for a couple later. I'll get into that later when I get the breakdown. Hey, look, I have notes. Um, but I'm hopefully intending for this to also be, you don't have to watch, but it would help. So on the docket, well, not doing the Superman review. That is going to be a different time if I get to it. But we got news. I'm going to call that NPC news. We're just going to go through whatever feels like what is important enough to me. I'm going to avoid politics. I'm going to avoid news, and by news I mean like country news, country-wise news, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to try avoiding that. Um, but stuff, for example, as in awards, we have that. We have Shia LaBeouf and what was it, Jim Carrey, stuff like that. It might not cover everything, but it's going to cover what an NPC would probably know. By that, because I'm an NPC. You can't play me. I'm me. So, hopefully you're okay with the background. If I'm being too loud, it sounds like I'm being too loud. It's gonna turn that down a bit. Let me know if I am being too loud or not. Please leave a like down below in the comments. I didn't say that right. I said leave a like in the comments. I would like you to like the video and comment down below. If you're watching on YouTube, that's what you do. If you're watching on Kick, I gotta get more into Kick. But if you're watching, I do appreciate it. So after NPC news, then we will be going into the trailer breakdowns. We're doing that, continuing that. I'm thinking about doing a tier list next week. Oh yeah, if I do sound awful, I have been sick. I know I said I was going to try going on last week at the end of the week. Didn't happen. I was going to try going on at the beginning of this week. Felt like crap. All that. So if I'm sound awful, there's also the fact that I was trying to get my mic to sound good, pretty good, but we're gonna have to deal with what we got. Anyways, I hope you like my background. Oh, it's backwards. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Oh well. Oh wait, I need to flip it. That's right. Just gonna. Nope, 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 nope. Background. Where's the? Hmm. Oh nope. Man. Well, I have notes here to lay this out better, but well. You can't read my name backwards. We'll be fine. But we'll and then by the way, we'll end with a comic. Where's my comic? Wow. I thought I had it here. It was here, and then we're gonna be doing our final thing, which I'm gonna be doing like a series on. I'll be explaining it to you. I'll be maybe showing up a picture. I'm not gonna be doing anything that would be copyright infringed. I'm gonna make sure I tell you guys what it is. It's Batman Zero Year. We're gonna go through issue 1, and that's the last thing. It's kind of like, what am I doing? But you know, it's gonna go through a store. So, with NPC news being the first thing, uh, let's go. First thing I have on the docket here is the man. I have terrible. Terrible handwriting. Uh, Harrison Ford got the Lifetime Achievement Award. That's actually funny enough. On. Oh, sorry. There it is. Totally forgot. Totally forgot that. Totally forgot that I had to do. Or. I'm sorry if this sounds out of place. I forgot I have to turn off that sound. Harrison Ford gave an emotional speech. We're going to. Little quick video if you're listening. No, that didn't work. Supposed to, this is the thing. I have it right here. Here it is. Turn you up. Oh, it is up. All right. So Harrison Ford gave an emotional speech, and this was the biggest takeaway that I would say people got out of it because it was hilarious. Or not play at all. For some reason. So he does get very emotional during this. You can see the actors. It is the SAG-AFTRA Awards, after all. I guess that's just gonna stay, like that. However, we got Harrison Ford there. He's obviously iconic. He thanks George Lucas. He thanks Steven Spielberg for his to help him get into his achievements of what he's done. Good actor. More credit to him. I'm gonna do that. All right, and then we got Shia LaBeouf. More news. I know I'm a little late. I had this note written out to me earlier this week, and then I got sick. So you probably already know some of this stuff, but we're going through it anyway. Shia LaBeouf. Doing a I have on my notes here, doing young Justin Bieber things, which I thought I heard some news about Justin Bieber, maybe having a birthday or something. But, there's, from what I got, looking into it, I mean, they didn't really do, what am I saying? They didn't really do. The people who were in the fight did not really do anything. It sounds like it, but it also doesn't clarify who initiated the fight, is what I got of it. Oh, yeah, the news. Oh, I forgot. I have these dotted. Don't worry, bear with me. The show can only get better from here. Allegedly, I have to say this. He has been ordered for rehab, Shia LaBeouf, for that incident. The incident called for he called two men the F word, the 3-letter F word for a gay man while drunk. After being kicked out of a bar, no indication on who threw the first punch, fight starts. You can call people names all you want. That does not give you right to fight. However, it does seem like it would be Shia LaBeouf on being the initiator of fighting, especially when you start a motion with, calling someone the F word. Why am I not saying the F word? Because I am on YouTube and I'm trying to also, be better with myself. So, the next thing on the docket, Jim Carrey clone. Is he a clone? Is he not a clone? You could look at his face. It's definitely smoothed out. It's like he got dipped in what's it called? moisturizer, like radioactive moisturizer that you get seen in like a superhero movie from the 1980s. He got dipped in superhero moisturizer. Now his face is squeaky clean. Oh, actually, it sounds more like Clayface. By the way, that's a movie that's coming up that sounds really good. Really looking forward to this. Seeing that trailer. Lanterns got pushed back as well. That was a while ago. You probably already knew that. I was looking forward to that coming out this month, or was it last month? End of last month. But it did not happen. Why? I don't know why. Probably I did read something about it. It was pushed back so it lined up better in the timeline. Or at least better with how things are being released. I don't know, because when things got pushed back, it's whatever. Either way, if you wanted to know what my thoughts are on the Supergirl trailer, that might not be available just because I might have gotten tagged for the music in that trailer for the breakdown. So hopefully we'll not have that issue today. Otherwise, again, we'll be going on to the next docket item. And then oh yeah, if Jim Carrey is a clone, I don't know what else to say. Then there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just an NPC guy to you. But if after a month, I think after a month, if it is Botox, fresh Botox, I can see maybe after a month he's back to normal looking. I'd say, but other than that, maybe it's a fake man. I don't know. That's just the opinion. I don't know. He definitely looks. It was an iconic face, and now he's got a different iconic face. It's like, what is it? What's his name? Russell Brand? No, definitely not Russell Brand. The only other name that's coming to mind is Russell Wilson. That definitely ain't it. Escape from L.A. That's going to bug me. But he looks like him. Russell. It's not Russell, I bet. Kurt Russell. That's it. Got it. Kurt Russell. He looks like he's got like the Kurt Russell square frame now for his hairline, and whereas before he had kind of like the receding hairline. I don't know. I'm not going to go more into that. That's just part of my NPC news that I don't care about. So I don't care anymore. My NPC dialogue has ended. Oasis documentary has been coming up, or is coming. They're doing a reunion. I didn't know this because I didn't really care for Oasis because I hated Wonderwall. Why? Because a German decided to come over and decide to play that in front of a bunch of girls at a fire, and somehow they were really nice. No offense to the guy, but I mean, like, look at the chord structure on it. It's just 3 chords. I thought, do 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 do. It's very like, it was very, I don't know, future. You would expect to see future Karens from that lot of women, I bet. That, or somehow have a father figure and, maybe have that beat out of them. Not calling for violence, just saying they got disciplined. What else we got here on the docket for NPC news? So, with NPC news continuing, after 10 years, Rihanna has started making music again. But I feel like stuff with her and Jay-Z came out not too long ago. With Epstein. Was I wrong? Jay-Z Epstein. We'll get a quick AI search on this. Jay-Z's name appeared in the documents. Let's go Rihanna. Nope, I can't spell Rihanna. How do you spell Rihanna? R-I-A-A-N-A. N H A N A A. Ah, it has an I. That's why. Uh, yes, she did appear in the files. Calling her name, claiming her mention of files. Reports indicate that Rihanna's name appears in the documents, with name sources claiming her name appears dozens of times in connection with phone records or call logs. Following the news of the file release and separately the mention of her former mentor Jay-Z in the document. I thought they were dating. Social media noted that Rihanna seemingly unfollowed Jay-Z on Instagram. So she's mentioned. Doesn't seem like she's implemented. Just mentioned. So either way, she had some form of connection. Jay-Z, yeah, that's a whole different thing. Not gonna go down that door. I don't need Epstein down my on my doorstep. But yeah, Rihanna's making music again. Surprised she's still popular after all this time. Some people find her attractive. I am not. I mean, she's a woman. She's better looking than most. I'll say that much. But she's not my cup of tea. But that's fine. You guys can enjoy her all you want. That's not my business. Yeah, but after 10 years, I would assume the money's run out. And that's why she's making music again. Otherwise, why else? I mean, you got concerts, but I mean, come on. I mean, like 10 years? It has been 10 years? That's bad. That's bad. If you're known for being that, I would assume that's money drying up. And that's just an assumption. Opinion assumption. Yeah. And then last bit of news, because we're at the end of my news, of my NPC news. And that is Paramount buys Warner Brothers. And the other thing is that John Oliver is not happy. But who can please that man? Ooh, hold on. I need to do this. Studio mode. Oh, I did take... Oh, nope. I'll do that. Hey, Macarena. Ah. Alright. There we go. Don't want to have the intro go on again. See, and now my name's right behind me. How's that? Looks cool, right? I like Star Wars, guys. Anyhow. So, I did ask Google again for this. And get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. What we got here is that, this is, again, NPC news. We're looking at the quick and easy way to figure out what's going on. Will it be correct? We're just looking at, and I'm saying this with a grain of salt, it is AI, but we will look at sources if there are any, and if it's speculative or if it's a legit source. Paramount, operating as Paramount Skydance, has officially reached the historic agreement to acquire Warner Bros. For approximately $111 billion on Friday. So last Friday, so 6 days ago. So I missed that. I was hoping to, do this on Monday, but yeah, my whole PC had a whole thing I was doing. Anywho, looking into this, Paramount now controls the DC Universe, DCU, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, DC Studios. I don't know if that also includes the comic book, but I think I saw somewhere a part of it. You got Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit, the film rights. That does not mean the book rights? There's two different rights. There's game rights. Maybe it's the game rights. Because I know for a fact that Amazon's making their thing, and they had their own thing, and whereas then you can have a different outcome with the other thing. If you follow my things of thinging. Alright, I need an editor to just put down all my iconic quotes like that in a very proper manner. Thingies that thing things. Anyway, you got the, I want to say it's the gaming rights, and then you have the film rights, and then those two things can differ, and I guess they're both based upon the game, or the books. But you can, I don't know. I think I could be wrong. I don't know which one the books follow more. I think they both take liberties. Sorry. Anyways, you got Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, The Last of Us, and The Sopranos also going. HBO originals. So, and Game of Thrones, that dried up fast. I don't know about House of the Dragon. That's not really my cup of tea anymore after I'll be honest, I remember pirating Game of Thrones. I own them now. I went out and bought them. I supported the official release. Haha. I watched all the way to the second last season, and when the final season came out, I'm like, yeah, I'll watch this season when it comes out. And then I didn't, because I didn't have HBO Max or HBO at the time, and having it come out, and then it was like, oh, this is terrible. I'm like, well, why do I want to watch something that's terrible? And then House of the Dragon, from what I also understand, did not have the best opening too. I do like what's his name? Um, he's got the very iconic face. Matt Smith. That's it. I like Matt Smith. I think he's a good actor. I kind of was curious what he was going to do in Terminator, but you know. But that's an old timeline thing. You get classic animation. So Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera, and Cartoon Network / Adult Swim. That I can see turning terrible. We are talking about Paramount here. Paramount is known for Star Trek Academy as of their latest project, and they haven't. And from what I understand, they have not gotten rid of it yet. And that is just a terrible thing on its own, just from what I've seen. Legendary film franchises. So the legendary franchises. So The Matrix, Monsterverse, Godzilla, Conjuring, Mortal Kombat, Beetlejuice, and Gremlins. Beetlejuice is washed up. They're not going to make another one after that last one. Gremlins, that one I can actually see have a revival movie. That one I can see come back. Matrix, we saw what happened with that. That's gone. Monsterverse, Godzilla and Kong, that's definitely coming back. That's going to be significant. I prefer that the movie experience is still there, so that's my opinion on it. I don't think Netflix would have been for it, but I also think Paramount is a terrible choice because they can't do their own shit right. So they're going to be getting HBO Max. So that's probably going to be merged. I have HBO Max. I had Paramount Plus for a time, but I don't want it. I didn't want it because it didn't have really much of what I wanted. CNN, TNT Sports, and TBS. Only two of those make sense to have. CNN is just an awful place to, watch the news. I've certain, what was it? Rachel Maddow just spit pure bullshit out of her mouth. Pretty easy for me to say, yeah. You should have went lower for that. Lifestyle and Factual, Discovery Channel, HGTV, Food Network, TLC, and Animal Planet. So all the shows that you would watch in your local hospital are going to be moving over to Paramount. Ooh boy. And they already have Star Trek, Mission Impossible, Transformers, SpongeBob, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Yellowstone, and South Park. Yellowstone is about the only thing I've heard good things about. Excuse me. South Park, they had something maybe during COVID, but that was about it. And then they just, from what I understand, they just went on the Trump syndrome. So, that has been, at this point, NPC News. And then we can go into trailers. So I've seen Mall Shadow Lord. We're going to do this one first. I have seen this trailer. We're going to break it down. And then I'm going to watch Scary Movie 6 trailer. However, I'm also haven't seen it. So it's also going to be a blind reaction. So, excuse me. And then after that, I will run upstairs because I think I know where my Batman Zero Year book is, and I will get into that, and we will do that right after. So, with this, uh, let's start with Mall Shadow Lord. All right, so we're. I'm just taking a look. This looks like a job, and way I'm seeing this, if this is Coruscant or another city plant, I would like to. I think this is going to be the plant that we see in the Mandalorian and Grogu, because it looks like it could be. So you got to also remember we got early stormtroopers. If you've ever seen the Bad Batch, these are the style that they keep. You have a clearly a running away Jedi. It sounds like she's going to become Talon. It's interesting because the original plan for the sequels that, if I recall, was George Lucas had Darth Talon returning, or with Maul, if I recall, some form of that was going to happen, and that because Darth Talon was going to be coming back, and I think, like I said, Darth Maul was going to be coming back. But with that, it was like either or both at the same time. Right now, we're getting both at the same time. I could see at the end of this be like something to lead up into the Mandalorian and Grogu. This is going back like, and okay, if you really want to see on how this can like goes into the style of like what Marvel movie style where it's like, ooh, I see the connection there. Here's your connection. The ending of this show at the end of the season could have if it is a one off, have her going off, being like, oh, somehow she survived, or even just so in the Mandalorian and Grogu, having her show up and being like, oh, somehow she's like the bad guy or something like that. I think that'd be interesting. Do I think it would happen? I give it about 10% chance. It's a nice thought, but chance of it happening after, well, actually, I give it a 2% chance of it happening if if uh if the sorry, nose. um I give it a 2% chance of happening if the Mandalorian and Grogu introduce her. I think it's 2% if she somehow survives this, or if she becomes Darth Talon. Don't know who this guy is, but I'm assuming like a mercenary protector, or yeah, mercenary bounty hunter. Uh, seems like a betrayer. It's like, oh, we just want to help, and like she's working with Maul. Oh, was he taught? Let's start with this. So that's the guy. So they're turned around looking at somebody. Does that looked like a Coruscant underworld police? So, yep. So you got this that looks just like a, a ship just crashing. So, oh, he got away. I could see it being at the end of an episode. All right, they're looking. All right. Now, from what we understand, this is Maul. From what I understand, I don't know who this is. Give me 1 second. God, forgive me. Sorry. All right. So I'm sorry. From what I'm looking at, I'm trying to think of who the heck these are. That looks like two Mandalorian people. So I could see this being like the meeting of after Maul has escaped the Clone Wars, and these are his second in commands and whatnot. And those are just the police. Be like, what are you doing on this? It's illegal. I could be wrong. I will say that looked cool. There it is. So this is clearly not going to be on Coruscant. This is a city-like place, but as you can see, there's mountains in the background, and the tallest mountain on Coruscant is still below the city. So, if I recall, it's a whole monument. Oh yeah, it's in the Mandalorian movie. I keep forgetting because it's also referenced in, if I recall, in the books. But still, yeah, this is not Coruscant. I wonder which place this is. Um, I really would like to see Nar Shaddaa, but this is not Nar Shaddaa either, from what I gather. So, the early ATSD before the ones that I think we get in Star Wars Rebels, those ones with those rounded ones. So yeah, this is definitely seems more precursor because, granted, Star Wars Rebels they had their own issue as well with, or I mean, updated. They were trying to do this as well. So we have another Jedi, I'm assuming. Oh, 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 oh. What was that? And look, saying the most replayed. It's probably because of this hallway. All right, that is a Zabrak. That is a Zabrak. I think I found our guys. This seems like one of those things of where Maul's doing this thing. I wonder if they're. I bet they're gonna do a solo inclusion here. I'm sure because if I recall, we're gonna get Kira in this as well. So yeah, we have two Zabraks here. We have Maul deflecting a lightsaber. Trying to look at the background. Could this be on Dathomir? It's interesting. It's hard to tell on where this is. But yes, that is definitely two Zabraks. I want to call him Kin. But was that Maul with a gun? Nope, it wasn't. It was the one of the Zabraks with a gun. Gun hand. You got Merrick. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, this is interesting. What's going on here? You got a bunch of Imperials. You got. This is definitely. Okay, so we got a surrounding scene. Okay, so it made it look like this was a battle scene. No, they're cornered. That's what's going on here, it looks like. Got it. So, because you got stormtroopers up the wazoo there, and that looks like stormtroopers up there, while this looks like the group. Now, did you cut them in half? I know it shows that. Are we doing the Disneyfy. I think they Disneyfied it. Interesting. Not much to get out of that, but we do know that will be coming out April 6th. That will be in about a month. So look forward to that. I'll be reviewing that when it comes out. Episodes, we'll go through that. Add that to my roster of items needing to be done. And then finally, Scary Movie 6 official trailer. I haven't seen it. We're going to do it via Paramount then. Because, yeah, everything else is like... Alright. Inappropriate for some users. I wish to proceed. So, I have not seen this. Alright. Just making sure. Alright. So, I have not seen this. See if there's any callbacks or anything fun that I can see, but I don't. This is just going to be a fun movie. We haven't seen a scary movie in how long? Well, hold on. That's pretty loud, isn't it? Whoops, that's pretty loud. So, let's quick. Let me search real quick. When was the last scare movie made? Okay, not the last, because that just says now. Boy, does that give you the straight answer. 2013. So we're talking about 13 years ago. 13 years ago. I don't know why I put this on. You guys need to hear my voice. I know. So, we're going to check this out. I can already see what appears to be a Pennywise, a Jason, Leatherface, Annabelle, dancing. All right. Tuesday, not Wednesday. Aww. What just happened? Is that a penis? Oh my. Oh, he's back. Oh, hands back. The stuff? What? Oh, all right. That's kind of a blast from the past. Hey, it's me. Oh, hey, it's me. It really is me. Why am I playing? Stop. I didn't say to do that. Let's give myself a like, though. You should too. I appreciate that. That was a weird trailer. Eh? Where's that? Why is... Okay, anyways, that was a weird trailer. And, yeah. I've... Scary movie's a scary movie, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that was, you got all the current latest. There have been some scary movies since then. Um, or scary aspects of that. This reminds me of, a streamer. Because they always have like people in the background and be like, instead of the phone call thing, I bet they're gonna maybe do the same thing except with streaming, like stuff like that. It's interesting. I enjoyed the first couple. This was funny. I was like, okay, that's like okay, crazy rednecks, and then why only half? Like I don't know what half gay shit is. I don't want to know what half gay shit is. Him sucking in the chair. I feel like I've seen his faces before, but he looks like what's his name from the Philippe the Flipper. No, that's a different guy. Um, no, I have honestly no idea. Alarm clock. The stuff. I have no idea what the hell's going on here. So you got him. They're gonna be going to a mental asylum. It seems. They'll be like, oh, and like callbacks to previous movies. I think that's what's gonna happen here, and that's how Ghostface is gonna get another victim. This, all these, I think, are just side cutaways for the main story of the scary movie, which is how it goes with these, which is fine. That's exactly what I expect from these trailers. Her, she looked, I don't know why, but she looked older when she first opened up. I didn't recognize her at first. I was like, holy shit, that she does not look the same. It's definitely the frilly hair. She looks like my daughter. That's not good. That's not a good thing with hair frilly like that. Here she looks normal because she's making their normal face. This is clearly the intro of the movie. Be like, oh, by the way, like, and then it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a they them joke. It's whatever. But it's one of those things. It's not a it's a fun movie. Don't expect a Academy Award out of it, but don't expect to go in, I guess, without having a laugh. But I mean, you piss off people when you start with the pronoun joke. I'm sure of that. But all right, gonna be right back. Oh, that I just realized. I'm gonna be taken off for that because why the hell would when I get in trouble for having trailer music? It's loud. That is very loud for me. I have to control this stuff separately. That was loud. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 1 sec. I need to get the comic. Back. I got it. I knew exactly where it was. All right. Ah, excuse me. I put on some extra music, but I don't have a circle of that going on. Um, so first things first. I have the Legend of Batman comic, or I'm part of the Legend of DC Comics Legend of Batman from Fan Home, and one of the comics you can get in that subscription is Batman Zero Year. I'm gonna put myself behind it. So, Zero Year. In it, you get the issues for everything. Hey, look at that. You can't see a thing. Thank goodness that my background is taking out the comic because now it is literally like, I mean, I can't show you everything. And if I do, I have to be informative about it. So, this will be, I guess, a story time of this. So, um, we're going to learn about Batman. Oh, that's why. Oh, that's because I turned it down. There we go. So, by the time we're done with this, you'll have a full story after every podcast. And maybe I'll put them all together and we'll have a playlist. And I'll edit that and I'll put a video on it on YouTube. Let me know what your thoughts on this style in the future. I'm sure I'm going to try getting better with this. I'll get better notes. I'll try putting things together better. And we'll see how that goes from there. But we're talking Zero Year. Got the classic. Oh boy. Really, really trying hard to take that out. Oh boy. Uh, got the classic cover look on it, but uh but to start the story off, it starts in Gotham City 6 years ago. So again, this is I'm gonna try keeping this audio, visual for better enhancement. I don't edit these things, so maybe we'll get to that point if you enjoy this more. Gotham City was 6 years ago. You have a crumbling Wayne Tower building. You have an empty movie theater. You have water in the subway with a fish swimming around. And then this fish that you see gets stabbed by a pike of some sort, with a kid with dreadlocks saying, "Gotcha." Oh, look at that. You can't see it. Get over. Oh, boy. Let's try this. You can see the bad background I have. Blur? Does that work? Oh, no, it's censored. You get that guy's face. No. You just turn it off. Alright, you see my terrible background. Hey, yo. The kid there goes up and he gets ambushed by two men in masks with big mouth faces. The kid goes running through the tall grass, and there's tall grass in Gotham City. Okay? Then next thing you see is a you got Batman, or at least a man on a motorcycle, throws a batarang, trips over the man, and throws a pike of it, or a staff of his own into the back of the other man's head. There's two men, if I didn't say. Next thing you know, it's Batman on a motorcycle talking to the kid, saying you dropped your fish. And then the kid says he thinks you're dead. You know, he's been telling everyone that ever since he killed the city. And he says, good, he won't see this coming. And that is the intro, Zero Year, Part 1. And then 5 months earlier than that, I'm assuming. 5 months earlier. Oh, we're going. You have the Red Hood. You have a Red Hood gang member up here. I'm making sure I gotta check it in 2 screens. Let's get that other screen out of the way. You have a Red Hood gang member, and you have a man with his mask being torn off. All right. There we go. And that is Mr. Bruce Wayne as he's talking to Alfred, and he's got men in the back of his truck, and you have Red Hood gang members being told to stop where you're at, man with red hair. So what ends up happening is he ends up taking this box truck, making our day, is what he does to the Red Hood gang. He takes a grappling gun, slams it into the vehicle. It clamps down onto the back while there's hostages in the back here of men. They sit. Alfred says, "Forgive me, sir, but you're not counting the weight of the 6 men in the back of your truck. The average weight of a grown man is," and because I guess the grapple is being used through the truck, it blasts through the truck windshield and says, and Bruce says, or Batman says, they're underfed. Launches it out as they run off the building. Parking structure. I didn't know this was a building parking structure the first time I read it until now I see it. This was a building parking structure, and they go flying off as the grapple hooks onto the crane up ahead, and they hook on. As they go, they swing. Bruce says, "Alfred, would you kindly shut up?" As they swing, he opens up the back, or the back blows up, or the back of the box strip blows up so that the men in the back can fall out into the water of the lake that is out there. And as the Red Hood leader is clapping, the man who we know as Batman in disguise during the day throws the middle finger, as right there. Should also be known that the men he can't catch the Red Hood gang because he uses average men and women and high class people because he blackmails them. So in case you did not know about the Red Hood gang and their issues. So moving on, going back to Gotham City, I'm assuming at the same time, we have Bruce explaining this to Alfred. At the same time, they are testing out his magnetic shoes that he's got there. Oh, right there. Which Alfred's currently handing Batman more weights. And I guess he started with 2 50s and then 2 more 50s, just so he can hold more weight. So he knows I guess, can hold somebody upside down or hold his equipment upside down. Either way, Bruce is determined to take out this gang. And then while in the middle of this, Alfred gets into a discussion with Bruce over the fact of Bruce has been legally declared dead, and that he just came back to Gotham City. So, the big thing about this is that we are not in Wayne Manor at the time. We're actually in a random apartment that is furnished lavishly. Bruce at this point does not want to come out as a superhero or come out as Bruce Wayne. He wants to stay hidden so he can work within the shadows. And as he's doing that, he's leaving, and he's got a little Robin hat so he can disguise his face. You know, superhero disguise, except he's got a Robin hat. So I think that's a little neat little touch to it. And then we just have the usual back and forth of Alfred saying, like, "I don't want you doing this. I did this so you could so I can talk you out of doing this stuff." But then Uncle Philip shows up. I don't have a clap button.
How about no?
You know, This dude shows up. Uncle Philip. Uh, how did he find them? He was tracking Bruce the entire time. And apparently he found some guy dead in the wake of Bruce's aftermath, but he didn't kill him, as Bruce stated. I didn't kill anyone, he says. Forgive me, but you have no business being here, Mr. Kane, says Alfred. It's all right, Alfred. Uh, basically, this man has been trying to use Bruce. Their family has, let's see, the families have merged. And by finally merged, is that Bruce's mom. This is his uncle from that side, from his mom's side of the family. Uh, Bruce's dad was the innovator or outgoing kind, I guess, kind of person in this time. But it was basically he brings them up to the his uncle brings him up to a building with a big penny in front of it. And he's like, "You brought me to see a big penny?" No, it's actually the building. It's the new Wayne Tower. Uh, and then he explains that he finally merged the families. Kane Chemical is now a part of Wayne Industries. Um, so they're becoming a leader in protective technology. And by protective, yeah, Batman asks if it's weapons, mostly non-lethal, but yes, some. So curious what that could lead to. Could lead to, I don't know, a logistics or science division or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Bruce at this point does not want to have anything done with the company at all. They get into a big spiel about whether or not it's the right time for Bruce to come back or not into the spotlight. And then at the very end of it, he's like, well, my dad, he reminisces and has a flashback to when he was young and his dad was fixing a car that Bruce just happened to catch on him. Bruce was caught leaving and sneaking into the city after school. Why? Because his dad had him followed because he's a rich man and he knows better because he's like that. And Bruce is saying in his little childhood memory that he likes the city because he can become anyone, which is very, reminiscent to the fact that, he becomes Batman, who Batman can be anybody. So then he has, then his dad, I guess, gives him some future technology. It's designed for first responders at a disaster site, firefighters, EMTs, or doctors like me. So this is a little sphere about appears to be the size of between a softball and a baseball, and it's just black. And he's saying, I thought we could use it to or the building. If a building is collapsed, or even a whole village, or even if you roll this device in, it makes a 3-dimensional map from inside the rubble. So it's a sonar kind of beacon map. So neat. And then Bruce takes off, I guess, with his mask. Once he's done reminiscing, he goes checks his masks again, being like, yeah, I am. When I go into the city, I can't be anybody else. But going back to Wayne Tower, dun dun dun, we have his uncle talking to a mysterious man with a cane on the wall and a bunch of lines hanging from one end of the wall, or string hanging from one end of the wall to the other end of the wall, with notepad stickers saying Tokyo ... moon, necrosis and powers family Jessica ++. Price of rivets F equals G M comma M bottom 2 D2. Anywho, he's saying I'm like, hate to say I told you so. Oh, I know you do. Uh, what's? I'm sorry. I did read through this. So I hired you as my top strategist, despite what can only be done as a what can be only called as a questionable past. And yes, you've helped me take this company to new heights, but we've stalled the issue. You sit up here in this cat's cradle. I mean, tell me the truth. Does any of this even mean anything, or are you just? Please don't touch Philip. The algorithm spatial you're touching. It disturbs things. You know what disturbs things? A public image problem. This damn city hates us for building what we build here. Red Hood Gang is hell bent on stealing from us. So it's the chemical company. It's like, so what we do? Oh, wise one, what's the answer to our mystery? Uh, and the guy who he's talking to turns out to be the Riddler or Edward Nigma at this point because we're in 0 year. I don't think he is the Riddler at this point. Excuse me. I am listening, Philip, but not. But you see, it's not mystery you're dealing with here. It's a riddle. After all, riddles always seem to be complicated, but they often have simple answers. And the simplest answer to all your problems are all you have to kill your nephew, Bruce Wayne. And it ends with Bruce in his memory going down to a cave like area by a tree. And seems like he's about to toss the map area into, or the map ball into it and figure out the Batcave. So, that was my stream. I'm actually surprised that actually took the allowed time, which was an hour, because I wanted this to only be an hour. So I'm kind of surprised that went actually. No, it did not go smooth. It did not go smooth at all. Oh, well, we're at this. We're just gonna do that again. But excuse me. But with that, I'm just gonna say thank you for joining me for my side quest show. I'm gonna call it a show. It's a podcast. If you want me to improve on something, please let me know. I will be back next week, and I plan to do this every week. There we go. There we go. Now I feel better. Now I feel a lot better. Now that everything's rearranged correctly. Uh, I will try doing a better way of making this audio friendly next week. We'll try doing a power rankings maybe next week. I'll be coming back next week. Just know that next week I will be back, and that if I come back anytime earlier, I might just do a regular stream. But always expect at least one side quest episode a week. That's my goal, to keep that going for a while. So if you can leave a like, comment down below, I appreciate it. If you're on Kick, do what you need to do there. I appreciate it. You can always follow me on, or go subscribe on Jay Ellensworth on YouTube. Appreciate it, and take her easy.